and still champion de Lima, Peru, Antonina the Panther Shevchenko.
What do you have to do to be a champion? Do you have
You just keep going. You just come over and keep going if you can. It's not hard.
Coach Shelton Harrison? There'll never be no comparison. You're live on the show. Sit back and have a listen. All right. LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison, and you're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Boxing and MMA Show live. Okay, guys, this woman, she also needs no introduction, okay? She's currently, a Muay Thai fighter. She does, have one fight in MMA, and, she is the sister of Valentina Shevchenko. All right, this is Antonina Shevchenko. All right, how you doing?
Hello, thank you very much. I'm doing good, feeling good. So everything okay.
Okay. So everything is feeling good. Okay, well, I'm glad you're feeling good because the coach feels good too. And, hey, just want to ask you some questions and really just talk about you.
Okay, sure.
That's okay, right? Okay, well, listen. What I want to know is how did you even begin to start just fighting, period?
How I started to practice martial arts.
Yes, ma'am.
So our mom, she was a sportsman. So she was doing taekwondo. Now she's third dan black belt of taekwondo, and she's president of Kyrgyzstan Muay Thai Federation. So, and she wanted us, her daughters, me and my sister Valentina, to do the same martial arts, to be sportsman. And when I was 7 years old, so she brought me in the gym of my coach, Pavel Fedotov, with whom I trained before now.
Okay, yeah. So talking about Coach, it's kind of like you and Coach, where you, Coach, and Valentina, it's like you guys are like a family.
Yes, because we, the same, me and Valentina, we train more than 20 years with him.
Okay. That's a long time to train with one coach.
Yes.
Okay. So he probably know everything about you then, don't he?
Yes, sure, because we spent much time together, traveling and competing. And so he works with us all our sportsman life. So, of course, he does know everything about us. And that's why he can work with us very good and exact moment to do better things for us.
Yeah, okay. Well, Coach been doing a good job because you've been beating up a lot of people. I mean, you've been beating up a lot. See, okay, got you. Yeah, you have. I mean, you have been beating up some people. I mean, you have really just, it's almost like you're winning these fights easily,
The last fight?
Yeah, your last fight against Capucci. Okay, I want to ask you this. Were you really surprised at, how much of an easy time that you actually had with that fight?
I didn't feel that like I have it easy, because for me, first of all, it was difficult preparation for this fight, hard preparation, I mean. So because before every fight, I trained very hard and spent many hours in training gym. So it was good training camp, many preparation for this fight. And that's why I felt like in ring very good and strong, and that's why I could to do things that I work with. And for me, it was I felt my opponent strong. She's good striker and she's experienced fighter, but before this fight, me and my coach, we work on my technique, on my tactic for this fight, and everything worked very good, I think.
Especially that spinning back fist. I mean, it
I'm
was.
sorry,
I said, especially your spinning back fist.
back fist.
Yeah, the back fist. I mean, I was like, wow. I mean, you just kind of did
I
it.
like, yes, big fist, and I like to use different techniques, and I can use it. So back fist or Superman punch or knees or elbows. Like Muay Thai use rules of Muay Thai allow to use many techniques, that different techniques, not only punches or kicking. So that every fighter can use one or two or three techniques or many more.
Okay. So, speaking of the technique of Muay Thai, could you, because you know the majority of the audience that actually follow me, they're more into boxing, and so a lot of the people are very ignorant of Muay Thai. So tell me, how do you defend the kicks?
It's there are several ways to defend low kick. It's or blocking with your shin, or depends of what way low kick from what side low kick comes. So you turn your shin this side and defending, or you just keep in distance, go back, and for your opponent miss this low kick. This, I think, two basic ways to defend low kick.
Okay. So which one is the best way for you?
It's different, depend of my opponent, depend of in what round I am, how difficult to move for me. And actually, I try to combine these ways, because you cannot do only one thing. If one thing works with this opponent, good, you still keep doing this. But if not, you try to do another technique. But sometimes works both technique. You combine them, that your opponent lose
Okay.
his technique.
Well, you know, the reason why I'm asking you the question, um, you know, when I give an interview, I actually like to learn stuff about, you know, the sport. Because, you know, again, you know, I've interviewed, you're the third Muay Thai fighter I've interviewed. And to be honest, I've learned something different from each one of you know, because you guys have a different skill set that's just, I don't know. It's like you got to have a strong mindset. Like, what exactly do you have to, like, how do you have to think when you're, you know, a Muay Thai fighter? Like the thought process.
With any opponent, you have to think, and of course, and your good technique that works for you. You first of all, you need to learn your opponent and his weaknesses, and depends on weaknesses that he has, and you have your best technique. So this, you think your technique and your work depends, all of it depends of your opponent, because you cannot say you should sing this and you should use this like Muay Thai fighter. Every Muay Thai fighter, they're different. So, some Muay Thai fighters, they're stronger, like in clinch, very strong. Another, they're strong and clinch and strike in both. Another, they use one technique. Another, they use another technique. So it depends of you, your technique, your preparation, your experience, and all this thing about your opponent. It's all depends of this.
Oh,
So
okay.
obviously you should think about your tactic first, depending on your skills.
Okay. That's wow. Okay. So it's different for every fighter then. That's what I'm getting out of it. You're saying it's based on your opponent's skill set.
Yes.
Okay, okay, I understand. So listen, what is the difference between kickboxing and Muay Thai?
Main difference kickboxing and Muay Thai. Muay Thai more rules allows clinching, of course. If we're saying about kickboxing K1, it's in Muay Thai allows many more technique in clinching, like time of clinching, of course elbows, knees, so you can wrestle and clinch much time. And when you are active in clinch, the referee don't stop you. And in Muay Thai, you can use back fist. Some rules of kickboxing K1, they don't allow this. Some rules of kickboxing K1, they don't allow to grab the leg. So in Muay Thai, of course, you can grab the leg and kick the leg of your opponent, take him down. Elbows that I said, yes, it's basically this.
Okay, so I had you notice that you like to dump people. You know, like you like to pick them, like you like to take them and dump them down. How do the judges score that?
I'm sorry, what?
When you take an opponent and you dump them, you know,
Uh,
how do the judges score that?
in Muay Thai, like in boxing, every round they scored like 10-9 or 10-8, depends of the fight. So it shows your, of course, it shows your advantage. If you take him down, it shows good your advantage for this round.
Oh, okay. So takedowns count in Muay Thai too, right?
Of course, yes.
Oh, okay. See, that's something I didn't know, and I can tell you right now, the people that
Not all takedowns, because there are limits of takedowns that you can use.
like what?
Like attack or double leg, front, single leg, you can do this in Muay Thai.
Okay. So, how do you prepare for a fight